40 years ago, these were Conservative seats with quite big majorities. They're now very, very safe Labour seats. Given the poll that you guys put out last night, I mean, literally, the Tories don't have a cat's chance in hell here, do they?
Nothing at all. I mean, 506 seats for the Labour Party. There's only 650 seats going for you in House of Commons. Extraordinary numbers. Tories third behind the SNP. Extraordinary. The SNP get 50 seats. Tories get 45 seats. Extraordinary numbers there. I mean, the party, if there's a vote held tomorrow, it's an MRP polling, so they can do seat by seat. 15 cabinet ministers disappear. Rishi Sunak, no longer an MP. Others, Boris Johnson, your old pal, Liz Truss, they all disappear, all gone. If there's a vote tomorrow, and of course there won't be 18 months, a long time in politics. 18 months ago, we were forecasting a three-term Boris Johnson government, weren't we? So that's ended. So
this goes to show we shouldn't listen to associate editors of the Telegraph when it comes to political predictions.
Thank you. And the Reform Party who get 6% of the vote, but no MPs. So don't bother standing there.
Hey, you know, we've actually been through the most incredible political volatility for the last 10 years. It could turn around a bit, but I wouldn't have thought that much. Yesterday, President Zelensky, and there he was, you know, the joint houses of parliament, unanimity of support, newspapers today, including your own, the Mail, others, you know, we must arm Zelensky to the teeth, we must send fighter jets, we must do all these things. Does anybody in Fleet Street worry about the risk of escalation?
That is a worry, no question. I mean, he went there, he said, I need planes. Well, we're giving him tanks. The next step is obviously air support. But you're doing it through a proxy through Ukraine. We can't go into battle with Russia. That's called World War III. That can't happen. It's very risky, and that's why there's so much concern. The government says now we're looking at it. The visit was such a surprise yesterday. Ben Wallace was in Rome, wasn't even there in number 10 Downing Street to have a conversation about what else to give him. But it's definitely a concern.
No, it is. Now, the big story of the day, politically, is, of course, Lee Anderson, the former, who's been on this programme before, the former miner, the former Labour Party man, who became a Conservative Member of Parliament for Ashfield, a little bit further up the M1 than we are right now. And an interview has emerged where he said that he would support the return of the death penalty, and that rather epic Lee Anderson quote, that nobody that's been executed has ever re-offended. Which is...
That's almost going to one of your jokes.
Oh, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good, but it's not causing much humour in Parliament. It's not causing much humour in the media. I tell you what amazes me is I've heard Michael Fabricant today saying there should be a debate in Parliament. Rishi Sunak going, oh gosh, have we really made him deputy chairman in the last couple of days? No one's mentioned the fact that because we're signed up to the ECHR, because we're signed up to the European Convention on Human Rights, part of that deal is we ban the death penalty. So we can't even have a conversation on it, and yet we never get honest debate about this. That drives me absolutely bonkers.
But he's offering it, isn't he, Lee Anderson? Yeah, that is an honest, unvarnished opinion.
No, that's his opinion, absolutely. Final thought from you, Chris. Can Lee Anderson survive as Deputy Chairman of the Conservative Party? Well,
I hope so. I think he speaks for an unacknowledged group of people. More than half the country think there should be the death penalty back for multiple murders, 49% for child killers, 30% for all murders. So there's a group out there who think that is an opinion that should be heard, and I think it's a matter of conscience. He shouldn't be fired.